Hi and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be showing you rubrics in Schoology. And it's a little tedious, but once you create it, it's super easy to use and super handy. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so in Schoology, where you're going to want to go is to the grade setup. You're going to go all the way to the right where you see scales and rubrics. You're going to go ahead and click on rubrics. And you can see I already have one here already, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, because I feel like if you could see what it looks like and maybe get an idea of how you can use it, maybe it won't be so bad setting this up. So in Schoology, you can create a rubric and you have your title here. I'm going to use this one for journal entries, and you have your criteria here. So I have purpose, understanding, form, and then the grading scale. You can change these numbers here. I have 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I have exemplary, accomplished, I have developing, beginning, and then I have some descriptions here. Now, I don't know about you, but I find it sometimes a little difficult to write these summaries. If you can find another one that's already been made, I'd highly suggest you just copy and paste the text if it makes sense to you, or at least read it so it gives you an idea of how to write this, so you're not just spending your time and all your mental energy trying to create these different grading scale descriptions. So as you can see, I have this one set up, so I'm going to go ahead and start a new one. Starting a new rubric, and just want to show you what a clean one looks like. And these are the default things, the default grading scale items that you'll find. So one thing that I want to show you is that there's this button that says learning objectives. And if you like, you can actually look through these different standards, from next generation science standards to Common Core. I'm going to go ahead and click Common Core, and I'm going to show you an example of how you can actually just use standards as your criteria. But you'll still have to grade your grading scale descriptions. So I'm in Common Core, click English, and I'm going to go down to 7th grade English. And under 7th grade English, I'm going to go to writing. Remember, I'm creating one for journaling. Types of texts and purposes, and I'm going to click here. So now we're really deep into the standard, and we have our exact standard. I'm not going to read these through, but as you can see, if I click on this one, you'll see that it's adding the standard as my criteria. I've definitely seen teachers do this on charts on their board, and to make sure their students know and everyone knows that this specific standard goes along with this project. And this is another way of doing that. After I've selected my standards, I'm going to select Add. And you'll see in your criteria, you have specific standards. It doesn't give you these descriptions, but it's still here for you to go ahead and add. And then you can go ahead and click Create there, and then it'll create your rubric. So I'm going to go ahead and use the rubric that I already had. If you wanted to use your rubric in another section, in another course, you can copy to other courses, just so you know you don't have to recreate the rubric again. What I like to do now is show you what this rubric looks like when you're using it for an assignment. So I have an assignment set up. It's called journaling. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one just to give you an idea what it looks like. When you create an assignment, like the one I have here that's already set up, when you go down to your scale rubric, this is where you're going to be selecting your rubric. So then you'll see the rubric that you've created, it'll pop up in here automatically. And a box here that maybe you want to note is the show to students. Now, maybe the first time that you're using a rubric, you might not want to surprise your students with this rubric. It may confuse them, it's rather large. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that check now to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, it shows the whole rubric. And to some students who may not be familiar with rubrics, this may confuse them. So in that feature, as you can see, you can turn that off if you unclick it. And then maybe talk about rubrics later on with your students, and you can leave it on next time so they can read it. Here I actually have one submission, and I'm going to go ahead and grade this assignment using the rubric. I'm going to go ahead and click there. So Schoology is going to open the assignment, and very short just demonstration here, assignment submission. And you'll see in the top right corner, as I'm looking and I'm grading this assignment, in the top right corner I have the little rubric symbol. So I'm going to go ahead and click there. So now my grading just looks like I'm clicking on each rating. So if I give it a 4 for purpose, a 3 for understanding, 4 for form, everything's automatic, and you can leave comments of why maybe. You can comments for students, you can comments in each one of these, and then you can go ahead and save. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this. So that's all I want to show you for Rubric. I hope Rubrics helps you if you're using Schoology. I'm going to be working on more videos. I can sure use some recommendations below. If you have any needs, feel free to comment and I'll go ahead and work on those. I hope this video has been very helpful to you and hope you enjoyed it. Take care.